It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego politico, my ego don't come, yo. This one not the off in mind, my ego don't come, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, my ego don't come, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't the politico, yo. My ego don't come, yo. This one not they off in mind, yo. My ego don't come, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, yo. My egun don't come, yo. My people make you shout, yo. My egun don't come, yo. Man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego diary politico, my ego now I'm on.
Hello there.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Àṣírí ọ̀tẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Ó bá ṣe àní máyégún máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe pàákọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún diary politico. Godfatherism.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. From the north to the east, to the west, and to the south, from every corner of the globe that you are tuning in from. This is Mayegun. Read the caption of this broadcast, and always read beyond the caption. Read the description of the broadcast as well. Like it, share it, to invite your friends, your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell all of them that Mayegun today. We shall start tonight from the new vituperation from Asari Dokubo or Asari Dokubo or so, whichever one that suits you, by the way. And then we'll take it on and on to all that is going on as well, including the, okay, you see, those who always kind of feel like the bad people. Why is it that the bad people always laugh? Why is Kama not dealing with this guy? What happened to your causes on these evil, supposed evil leaders? Yakubu Golos just turned 90. Thank you, Motide. Thank you so much for joining me. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun Live. This afternoon, it seems that somehow, Alhaji Asari has been provoked again. It was actually like a day or so ago, right? And he responded to what was supposed to be the military's warning. You know, they warned him a few days ago that he should watch his mouth. All this that I think he can talk. During this, the military, that he will shoot down the military, helicopters. All this if he try any nonsense, if he should try any nonsense with them, they invited him to the battlefield. They said they will kill him. We will kill you. That's what they said. That Stevie Wonder, spokesperson of Nigerian Army. Yeah, that's the guy. He said, you better watch your mouth. All this your cho here, right? If you dare us, or if they burn you well, come to the battlefield with us. We will kill you in a battle. Something that got a lot of us talking, like Homogao, Nigerian Army versus Niger Delta militants. So you don't turn this level. Asari Dokubo has now spoken. He said, you are just bluffing. You are. I know you are all angry with me because I exposed you. And I didn't just do it. It was the Mr. President that told me to go ahead and grant a presser inside the asshole rock. Remember that presser of Asari? When Asari was talking about insecurity in Niger Delta, oil bunkering in Niger Delta. And he said, the Nigerian Army is the one behind oil bunkering in Niger Delta. They are the ones responsible for stealing the crude oil in Niger Delta. It is a racket. He spoke a lot. That was last year. So he believed that the Nigerian Army, they haven't really forgiven him, which means they have been looking for a way or means to take him out. And to him, he said, even the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, is aware of his own capacity. That he has the capacity to take on this military if they come to his territory to challenge him. He's only kind of like respecting them because of Tinubu. That Tinubu knows. You see that presser that he gave inside the asshole rock, that it was on the approval of Tinubu. So if you dare me, let's start from there. It is called a Diabali, a title that Asari has created for himself in the creek of Niger Delta. Here is the first part of Federal Chats.
They should go and ask him about dead. Now, president that they talk about, when they talk to president, since they don't want, make we keep secret.
Hang on. But let's first hear this.
The takeaway from the statement of that rogue officer general at the defense headquarters. Our engaging bandits so that people can be alive and go to their farm, and he called us terrorists. He singled me out and called me terrorist. Nigerians are listening and some are happy because what is happening in these places are not happening to them. These rogue officers must be investigated and eliminated from our military if Nigeria is to move forward. My crime is that I stand by the people and defend them and make them go back to their home, go back to their farm, that they are not kidnapped. I release them. I don't know which sector of the Nigerian Army is commanding that made him a Major General. But it's sad that if Nigeria has such Major Generals. That's the problem of Nigeria. Our own is to help. And I will continue to help. What crime did I commit that a helicopter will come and fly over my houses? The houses of my fathers, my grandfathers, where my siblings were. If I had not spoken out, maybe they would have dropped because we were not expecting them. And they would have done something to my siblings and myself and those who are with me. That an unmarked helicopter can fly up and down. Nigerians should ask questions. How many places has this unmarked helicopter gone to kill people? And then a rogue Major General, I don't know where he became Major General, will stand and use Nigerian platform to say a citizen of this country will be murdered. And it's acceptable in Nigeria. If he's not wearing that uniform, will he have the temerity, audacity to say he will murder me?
That was the first response of Alhaji Asari. That officer, that Stevie Wonder of Nigerian Army, would dare to say he will murder him. That he has been helping the Nigerian Army to combat bandits. Okay. I don't even think that is true. But that's not the first time that Alhaji Asari will lay claim to helping Nigerian Army, Nigerian government to fight terrorists or banditry. It's not the first time. And in fact, he has claimed severally that Bokohari gave him contracts. Under Bokohari, he and his team, they have chased Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, in Niger State, in Katsina, in Kaduna. I do not have any evidence of that. So probably you can say it is a covert operation. And you heard him there. That they have helped chase terrorists away and people have returned back to their farms. There is no evidence of that. The only evidence of Alhaji Asari's group is that since he has been hobnobbing, since he was hobnobbing codedly with Bokohari's government, which he confessed to, that he befriended Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, he befriended IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, just to kind of have a closer affinity to how, you know, they are thinking or how they are moving, so that he could help in capturing Nnamdi Kanu. Something that he said it himself, that in fact, this one is also kind of like something other people have actually confirmed too, right? There was a time a delegation of supposed Nnamdi Kanu's representatives and others, before the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, right? They met with Asari in Benin Republic. That was on record, right? Then Asari was always on Facebook, okay, tackling Bokohari, defending Nnamdi Kanu. Then all of a sudden, something just changed after Nnamdi Kanu got kidnapped in Kenya. So he started bragging about it. Like, I was instrumental to this. I was yeah. Then also, immediately after the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu, boom, unknown gunmen sprung up in the eastern part of Nigeria. They have actually linked to this Asari several times. He's bragged about it too, that he has a contract with Hopeless Uzodimba of Imo State. And he has killed many Igbos, many IPOB members. I've killed them. I've killed this and that. He brags about this few times. That is why, if you want to get him upset, whenever he goes live on Facebook, go and check the comments and his own reaction to some of the comments. So I have no real record that Asari's mini army have been involved in chasing Fulani terrorists anywhere. I have not seen that. The Fulani terrorists, at least I have seen women, men protested in the Niger Delta region of Nigeria of the invasion of their farms, destruction of their farms, the killings of people in Niger Delta, Nigeria. Asari didn't provide security for his own people there. But codedly, he's been involved in so many other kind of, like, you know, shady arrangements with Bokohari, with Uzodimba, and others. So now that he's telling us for the 10th time that the Nigerian Army should be grateful to him because he has helped in returning people back to their homes, I do not have that record. I hope it comes more clear on that. Then he said, you see this bunkering, the reason why the Nigerian Army don't like him is because of the bunkering. The bunkering in Niger Delta, stealing of Nigeria crude oil and all that, is being done mostly by the Nigerian Army. Soldiers. Remember the time when they went on to go and kill the people of how did I forget the name now? You remember that time when they kind of said they killed soldiers in this part of Delta? And then the next thing, the Nigerian Army, in order to cover up, they declared some people wanted, who are also like oil bunkers there. They declared them up. They said the villagers killed the soldiers. When in fact, it was the bunkering versus bunkering, bunkerers versus bunkerers misunderstanding that they shot and killed themselves, but they blamed the villagers. Okwama, God bless you, everybody. The Okwama people, remember that story? Meanwhile, it wasn't about the Okwama people. It was about the Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian Army, versus the supposed crude oil bunkers in that area. But they went on to go and kill over 200, more than 200 people were slaughtered in days. Till now, the entire community has been raised down. Majority of them have left their place and they've become refugees elsewhere. Till now. So Asari said, the reason why they hate him or they want to kill him is because of his expose. Listen now. And he said it was Tinubu that told him to go and do that press conference that he did inside the Asari Rock. And they have to remove all these soldiers, according to him.
He's not dead. The president that they talk about, when they talk to president, since they don't want, make we keep secret. The press conference, the president tell me to go talk to press. Asawana. He don't tell me to talk anything, but he say, talk to the press. Now I talk to the press. I talk to the press. If they ask me the root cause of bunkering for you, I don't know if you talk. The people when they do the bunkering, I don't know if you call them. Why not?
Why not? So
make I go there and say, Nah, a job boy is a do bunkering. Nah, Ikwere boy is a do bunkering. No, Goni boy is a do bunkering. Now lie. Don't be job boy is a do bunkering. All the bonfire depot there. Now people wait there for army. Now they pay them, then they go to the thing. They collect their home, they give the people peanuts. Everybody knows it. Because we are afraid. Because people are afraid, say they go do coup. You do coup.
So now he's talking about them doing coup. That they are threatening. So which means they are actually like threatening Tinubu with a coup. There are some of these things that the likes of Asari will help us know some because of his cho as usual. Okay. And Tinubu, they would rather trust warlords like that, militants or terrorists like that. We eventually probably turn them in a way that the Nigerian military, even if they are planning to overthrow Tinubu, the likes of Asari and others across Nigeria will be armed enough to stage what will be like a counter bloody fight back. It won't be protest or anything. It will just be these guys that will just say, if you plan any coup, fine. Just don't come to Lagos. Just don't come to this place. Just don't come to that place. Don't touch this. Don't come to Niger Delta, because they will be willing and ready to start their own little war. So with that, Tinubu, the druggie himself, probably is giving Asari the confidence that don't worry. They want to overthrow me, Abi. They are threatening me with a coup and coup and coup, Abi. Coup. If they try anything, all of you have to go ahead. All right? You know what to do. I don't know. I'm thinking so already. There's a caller on this platform, okay, that that have said that what he sees as the future of Nigeria is that where warlords will have to take different territories and they will lay claim to those territories when Nigeria finally go down. They will lay claim to those territories like you have them in Libya, where some areas, no touch, no good deal. These areas, now Nigerian, they control them. Nigerian Army control this part, or Nigerian government control this part, or whatever the government is. Then the militants or the warlords are controlling this part. They have all the weapons. It's just to have them activated. And somebody like Tinubu and his gang, you either let them have their way, ruin you, destroy you as much as they want, or everybody go through the highway. I'll wait to see that. The last time Nigeria had a civil war, it was a genocidal war, a sort of a one-sided war against the people who wanted to leave the contraption at the time, and a gentleman agreement was reached to prevent any sort of a bloodletting or bloodshed. But power, ego, and other things that drove men, indeed, drove this man into a bloody genocide. The architect of that is Yakubu Golos. Yakubu Golos, a soldier from the Middle Belt part of Nigeria, was swung into power by the retaliatory coupists, Muritala and co, Bokohari and others, who staged what they call the retaliatory coup, a murderous bloodshed at the time that saw to what is called a program of the Igbos in Nigeria. So when they finally got that power, they created states in order to ensure, because that's one thing that Golos did. He said, if Ojukwu declares Biafra, he will declare core states. Here you get now. Core states were Calabar, Ogoja, and Rivers. So that he would then appoint his own sole administrators there to put an end to the regional system of government in Nigeria totally. He was just about a 29, 30 years old young man at the time. And 9 years later, he was overthrown as the head of state of Nigeria. And since then, they forced the Igbos to stay and be part of Nigeria. They forced the eastern part of Nigeria to remain part of Nigeria. So that all of us can continue to enjoy this shege. Yakubu Golos turned 90 today. And he said there wouldn't have been any genocide against the Biafrans, the Easterners, between 1967 and 1970 if Ojukwu did not succeed or attempted to succeed. That is to break away from Nigeria. Now, one of the things they felt they did to force all of us to come and inherit this contraption today was that if Nigeria ever remains regional system, it gives rooms for any region to say, listen, we are done. We don't want to be part of this union anymore. So because of that, they decided to say this contraption is non-negotiable. It is not dissoluble. That is that it cannot be dissolved. Whatever it is that we are going through, we must all go through it together and die in it. Yakubu Golos is now a 90 years old man. And he said he has no regrets. And a lot of people today, like their elite is co-elite. They want to try to make us celebrate him. And I'm glad I will never be part of the generation that will celebrate a genocidist. It failed so woefully that when the Fulani terrorists decided to take over Nigeria in their jihad campaign, his own people were not spared too. Something that wouldn't have been possible if a regional system of government remained in place. For example, it would not be easier for some Fulanis from Sahel, to lay claim to any part of Nigeria simply because they believed it is meant to be the estate of their forefathers. Yeah, there are those who told them that Nigeria is their own. Every part of Nigeria. According to them, the jihad that they couldn't wield on the rest of the place called Nigeria today was finally settled for them by the British, who, according to them, make them born to rule. Born to rule. Really? And their forefather, the first terrorist in Nigeria, and that was Usman Dan Fodio, the grandfather or great-grandfather of the current Sultan of Sokoto, the first terrorist in Nigeria, somebody who came from the Sahel to Hausa land, this land up north. Take a look. It used to be the Hausa land when Usman Dan Fodio, a charm seller, who was teaching people Quranic studies at the time, now felt like the Hausas, they are not Islamic or not closer to Allah. And he decided to use those ones who were supposed to be the students of Islam, or his Islamic studies, to go after their supposed leaders. They slaughtered all of the Hausa rulers. And then they made him their Shehu, Sultan, which he actually rejected and made the son, his own first son, Bello, the Sultan of Sokoto, and make Sokoto the Caliphate, the headquarters of this region that they conquered. But he died when he tried to cross that yellow line to that blue line. The war is, the fight he had with the Jukums, the Beroms, the Bajis, and all these people in this blue side, saw to the death of that terrorist, Usman Dan Fodio. But he's a, he's a revered figure in Sharia North. a place where the place of the murderers who made Yakubu go lost, the president or head of state of Nigeria, and they removed him when they discovered that they've had enough of him. Well. The place they were planning to actually, the entire place they intend to capture includes all this land: Kambari, Bayi, Nupe, Nibo, Yoruba, Igala, TV, Edo, Izon, Igbo. All this land until they will get to the Atlantic Ocean. See the Atlantic Ocean down bottom. That was where they said they were going to go and touch the Atlantic Ocean with their bloody sword. That means they must have killed as many as possible along the path. But they couldn't even pass this blue line before they were stopped. Then the British came, okay, where they make them the rulers of the land politically. And Yakubu go lost. After he lost power, 40 years after, thereabout, 45 years after, the terrorists came back with that same entitlement. Nigeria was meant to be the estate of their forefathers. The land, every land in this place belongs to them. Bokohari became president of Nigeria. And guess what? Bokohari Bokohari actually asked us our land or our lives. And because of this, he brought up different policies, right, that never saw the light of the day, including Ruga, for us to seize part of our land to appease this murderous Fulani terrorist. He didn't succeed. So when you talk about karma, sometimes I don't really think it exists, but sometimes I kind of feel like, well, maybe it does. It's just so unfortunate that Yakubu go lost had to live long to see the decimation, the destruction of this contraption, that he killed over 5 million people just to keep together. Because now, if you ask yourself, why did they actually stop the Igbos from living? For what? Just for all of us to be in this space? Anyway, they have been greeting him and all that. And yesterday, they had a dinner in his honor, and few people were there. I had to cut out some of this nonsense, but I have to show you this. Yakubu go lost, ladies and gentlemen.
And then you can get on, faster. And of course, but however, he said, no, he's going to remain as a sapper at that time. That is engineering. So that is him. And that was how, we became very close with one another right through until today. So let me say this, that I'm supposed to be making a response to to this lecture. Response to what? Yeah, the response and also the tribute that we've received. My goodness, it has covered everything that everyone wants to sort of say, giving us credit for what has happened in the past. So there is no need for me to say any response to this, other than to say the response is, may I say, and I'm sure all of you will agree, that it is a wonderful lecture that we've had. It contained everything, advice to government, which I will sort of say, all government today, tomorrow, and after, any Nigerian government should listen to that advice that is given. And honestly, with all the contribution also from all the contributors, made tribute, today. I think that is my response. And I say just a very big thank you to all of you, everyone that is here, and all those who probably wanted to come but they could not make it. So that is my response for a wonderful lecture. And Grace, Madam, I gave her a new name, Christian her. This was in March this year at Awolowo Award Foundation. I christened her, I gave her a new name. Well, I thought I was going to be given a ticket for doing that. And I gave her, what name did I give you? Was it Jennifer? I gave you Jennifer. And of course, so today, if I sort of say, I know you've forgiven me. I ask you to forgive me for giving you, that name. But today, of course, it is Grace. Congratulations and well done for all the support you've been giving him to be able to do what he's been able to do in the African Development Bank and putting it right up there with any international organization. And my goodness gracious me, the way he is defending the interest of Africa and doing all he could, for Africa, that is great. So I'm delighted that my wife, or the field marshal, shall I say, I'm glad that she insisted that the person to come to give the lecture today would be Dr. Akiwume Adesina. And I'm very glad that he was able to do it so brilliantly. Now, do you agree or not? Do you agree that it is an excellent and that should be my response? Yes. Good, so that we can live. God bless. So thank you very much indeed. And Grace, thank you. Thank you for being such a good partner.
Nuisance, Lily.
Yeah, there were many people there who were giving nonsense talks, including Akiwume Adesina. Yeah, the African Development Bank president, the former Minister of Agriculture in Nigeria, who used the occasion to advise Nigerians, young Nigerians that are jackpying from Nigeria. Oshiomole was there too. Obankparo was there. And then, he said a lot, but I don't think you really want to, because did you hear him? Oh, thank you. And all of that stuff. He's a war criminal. Yakubu go lost. A genocidist, a murderer. But Nigeria is a place where criminals like him are celebrated. Unfortunately, listen to what Akiwume Adesina had to say, advising the people the young people, they have destroyed their lives in that contraption. Yeah, Adesina did not stay in Nigeria. Adesina japa from Nigeria to achieve his own life goal. And guess what? He was rewarded. He was invited by Obasanjo to come and be a minister. And today, like one of them, he has an advice for you, the young people facing the life of Kolu. Did I tell you that Kolu is back, by the way? Yeah, he's back. Let me show you. Kolu is back. Akinwumi Adesina, number one, did not stay back in Nigeria, even when Nigeria was still better than this. He jackpot. And now from that abroad, then go pluck him, give him political appointments. Immediately he finished that political appointment. See, what did he do? He jackpot again and left Nigeria. But he has an advice for you at Golo's 90th birthday. I want shiri rather. But I hope you. Where is it again? Where is that additional? Right, I found it here.
The entrepreneurial capacity of Nigerians to lead, to innovate, and to dominate the competitive industry of the fintech. That is why, Your Excellencies, the African Development Bank, along with partners, is investing $600 million in Nigeria in what is called an iDice program. This bold initiative is designed to develop digital and creative enterprises, which will add $6 billion to Nigeria's GDP and create 6.4 million jobs. The African Development Bank is also supporting a center of excellence in computer coding in Nigeria as part of our larger effort in Africa to develop 130 other centers that will develop the next generation of computer coders for artificial intelligence-driven economy that is already here. However, the jackpot syndrome risks unraveling Nigeria's capacities in these fields unless urgent actions are taken to stem the tide. In 2022, a survey by Tech Cabal says 47% of the tech professionals in Nigeria indicated a desire to leave the country by 2024. There is no doubt that this will seriously hamper Nigeria's technological capacity to innovate, its readiness index for the fourth industrial revolution, and its ability to move into higher-end industries, such as electronics, semiconductors, the development of appliances and machineries, and of course, space exploration. We must fix the reasons for the massive exodus of Nigeria's young and innovative talent. This requires a stable macroeconomic environment, strong infrastructure, more attractive salaries, state-of-the-art facilities, and technology hubs, support innovation and entrepreneurship, enhance talent absorptive capacities by industries, and fiscal incentives. We must do this with our eyes fixated on what we can potentially be, not just in West Africa, not just in Africa, but in the world. We must decisively harness and turn Nigeria's demographic asset into a talent dividend. We must become a global Nigeria, brimming with talent, skills, and entrepreneurship capacity that is powered by clear and strong and consistent and sustainable government policies to become globally competitive. To become globally competitive and to retain our young talents if we are to drive growth and competitiveness globally. I know many people may think that getting Nigerians out of here, I'm not against emigration. Don't get me wrong. But I don't believe that the future of Nigerians' youth or that of Africa's youth lies in Europe, America, China, or anywhere else. It lies in a Nigeria growing very well with equitable growth, and Africa doing the same, able to create quality jobs for its own young people. And there is no
nuisance, Lily.
That's how they lie to you, right? Somebody sent a message on one of my broadcasts, my video. And then he said, not all of us will run away from Nigeria. Nigeria will be great one day. And you see what they say to themselves. This is when you look at those who are stuck in Nigeria. That's what they tell themselves. You will make it, I mean, it will sound like, if they have the opportunity of leaving the hell hole, they won't. But they will gladly tell you and say, me, will not be all of us go abroad. All of us will be, I mean, not, some of us will stay here and we will make this country work. Ironic. Because you are all lying to yourselves. That is why you will remain in that shit hole forever. You cannot be competitive with any part of the world when a country that is as big as Nigeria in 2024 is being led by drug dealers, terrorist sponsor, that you can barely generate and distribute 24 hours electricity, but you can speak grammars, right? You can speak a lot of grammar, enough that sometimes you just feel like, if grammar can fix things, Nigeria should probably be the best country in the world. Because you are lying to yourselves. You want to have artificial intelligence, but your criminal politicians are buying 2025 vehicles already, imported from God knows where, using your scarce resources to buy for themselves private jets, building for themselves billions of naira of mansions. Others looting as much as they can to go and buy for themselves private mansions abroad. But when it comes to telling you your potential, Nigeria is a potential, this Nigeria tension, you weary that is yet to get the opportunity of leaving the hell hole. You too, you will join them. All of us cannot go abroad. Nigeria will be great one day. How? There is a minister in Nigeria talking about artificial intelligence. Do you even understand what it means? AI. You need 24. You need a country that has 24 hours electricity, 24 hours non-stop electricity, not the one that you have a dakudaji. And then you are telling yourself, we have so much potential in this country. We have so much potential. But those who are telling you of your potentials, they are all dual citizens. Yeah. They are looting you, or some of them, they actually have all their citizenship of elsewhere. America, Britain, Canada, Saudi Arabia, and all these places, far away from that contraption. But they can mount any podium and be telling you, your future is not in America. They don't get their own future for America. That Accuses Additional was made in America. Yeah, he's made in America. He's an American asset. And there are many, many like him like that. Made in America, made in Britain, made here and there. And that is why when they have a chance of leading any form of a global institution and all that, they just have to be what you call the day, right? They just have to be these people who are like, black people attaining highest goal of so and so in the white people's institutions and then businesses, whose only main agenda is not to make Africa great or Africa better, but it's just to make Africa the appendage of the West. But they are the ones that will mount your podium speaking grammar. Accuses, when he was a minister of agriculture, he did well because there wasn't this much of a Fulani terrorist invading farms. But you can stand there and be talking about the future of Nigeria in a Nigeria that has no security, no electricity. But yeah, they have to teach you coding. They have to teach you all that nonsense. And then you'll be like, all of us cannot japa. Of course, all of us cannot japa because not everybody will get the chance of japa. But let them bring maybe about 10 vessels, like, cargo, not cargo ship, passenger ship. Just bring about 10 that can take up to 10,000 passengers and tell them that, you see, these ships, they are going to America. The first 100,000 of you that makes it to the ship, you get an American citizenship. You even, I've said that before, you even see some of your supposed rich uncle who has been doing everything all this way to actually get again American visa. I mean, this other visa that they've not been able to. They will be the first person to jump into the ship. Lying to yourselves. Because none of you really actually like that place. Every time you have the chance of making the place better, there's nobody who has the best. There is no group of people or no better group of people who have the best chance of making Nigeria better than your criminal politicians. They are given everything. They have everything. But only for them to what? To rob you. When they finish robbing you, they now take whatever is the proceed to the west. Oshiomole Adamu was also there. Yeah, at that Yakubu Golo's birthday speech. Listen to him.
The father of United Nigeria, General Yakubu Gowon, and of course, our mother who has nursed you up to 90, and she will continue to nurse you, Field Marshal Victoria Gowon. We've been advised not to repeat protocols, but you will understand why I cannot but mention a former president, President Olusegun Kikeola Aremu Obasanjo. Because if I don't do that, the former president will think that Oshobole is planning to go on strike. But sir, for me, it's a mixed feeling. I told the guy when he told me about going to say something, I said, first, this podium is not designed for people like me. Because those who are there can't even see me. And I said, what will I say on the occasion of our father's birthday, looking at the people around? I was in a small village that is not on Nigeria map. And I listened, not to radio, but those who listen tell us under the tree that the head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, is going to make a speech, usually on first day of January. There will be budget, which are also effectively decreed into law, and will ask, is there any provision for salary increase and stuff like that. And the voice that I recollect is still the same voice of our father at night. Like the bishop said, or Cardinal said, only very few people, exceptionally blessed by God, will attain 90 feet without walking stick and even sitting with their wife. So your reward is not just in heaven for what you have done for our great country. God has already blessed you with longevity, good health, and peace of mind with your family. When I was a worker, and I think on this occasion, I must thank you on behalf of those who were workers then. We were beneficiaries of Udoji Award. Where you said, you cannot accept that public sector worker will be so underpaid that the only way they can ride the car is to steal. So you not only adjusted wages, you paid 1 year arrears. And I remember even Fela the musician said, Motigba Udoji, Mo Ge Pomo Mo Ode. He had received Udoji Award, he no longer eats Pomo, although the big men are taking Pomo now from the table of the poor. So sir, you touch many lives that you will never be able to recollect, but those who benefited, I'm sure they will never forget you in a hurry. When I was privileged to govern in this state, I had the honor of inviting Your Excellency to commission some projects. My wife and I were not sure when I told her who you were, but when you arrived Benin, that for me, I felt so fulfilled, that the village boy can invite a former Nigeria head of state. For all that I have spoken, President Obasanjo did make the point that most of us here may not know anything about you where you were in the military, not to talk about where you were in government. But I had opportunity of asking a former general who later became a president of Nigeria. And he said to me, as a young officer, in the Nigeria most challenging period which President Goodluck Jonathan referred to, that when they want to go on the offensive, you will say, please remember, this is a family affair. We must not spill blood. We must remember that the objective is to keep Nigeria warm. And he said, for some of them who were hawks, they said, General Gowon should be a Catholic priest and not a military officer, because he doesn't like any life be wasted. So, sir, you done much more to keep Nigeria one. And since you left office, if we are going to talk of a man who can be said to be a true father, not involved in any controversy, not bereft of ideas, but you know where to channel those ideas. That man live it today is General Yakubu Gowon. And let me report to you, sir, since President Obasanjo reported somebody to you, let me copy him and report to you that even the NYSC is under threat. That vision that people must be posted outside their state of origin is almost being lost. And I believe that on this occasion, the management of NYSC will be obliged to revisit that law that set up, in my view, the most important legacy project of your governance. And lastly, to the guest speaker, you are extremely eloquent, brilliant, and a true son of Africa. The only thing I found missing is that the ideological underpinning which has led us to where we are, you escaped it. I think we must revisit it. How did Volkswagen relocated out of Nigeria? How did Peugeot Automobile relocated out of Nigeria? How did Michelin relocated out of Nigeria? How did Dunlop relocated out of Nigeria? And here Nigeria become their key marketplace. That is arising, in my view, from reckless submission to Western commitment to free market. A market cannot be there if you only buy and you don't have anything to sell. May we have the wisdom to have a balanced ideological foundation for the sustainable growth and development of Nigeria. General Gowon, you deserve celebration.
That's what they do to themselves. Don't be surprised. Yeah, the ruiners of Nigeria, when they praise themselves, you will think Nigeria is this modern-day Dubai or a modern-day London, kind of. That's what they do. When you see them in their gatherings, the political class, the elite, and the rest of them, when they begin to paint the glow, if Bokohari, then they do birthday for, the same thing will happen. They will be painting this glorious, oh, you did so much for Nigeria. You are very, very, only God will reward you. But outside that room is a country that has become so balkanized, filled with hateful, divisive rhetorics from these same individuals. A shit hole that is the poverty capital of the world. Outside that room is the Nigeria that make I show you, like this one.
This is Ajaway State. You can see a white man there sharing bread to people in Ajaway State. But this morning he shared a Bible. People were not online like this. The line was few, but now see bread line. See the white man. Can you see it? Can you see him? See people online. You see him in Ajaway State. This is Parkland Hotel, near Parkland Hotel, and this is Eleganza. So people see that's what people are shouting. Why? This man won't finish us before he will release this country for us. Can you see a white man sharing bread and Bible? See people jubilating.
You get that? And also the country that they have bequeathed to us. So this Olori Buruku supposed leader, so like this one.
Officer of the law, officer of the law, officer of the law. What else, sir? I'm a man get change. This is 200. This is 300. 200. How much do you get? 1,000 I give you now. How much do you get? 200. 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. No. I go settle plenty now. Just I dey go. I beg. Now the one where they cause quarrel between me and una be that. No. I did serious. I beg no vex. I did very. I beg no vex.
The contraption they left for us, right? Where people can't even choose who represents them or lead them without violence, like what happened in Kaduna today.
APC now, and come and hit the result sheets, sun riga sun daddana yayin an tafi da shi a motar 'yan sanda a gurin abin zaɓe. APC sun ga faɗuwa sun fara cutuwa. Yaron mai TJ ne ya zo aka gan shi da result sheet da
abin da ke faruwa yanzu aka a Sikom, abin da ke faruwa yanzu aka kenan a Sikom, ana harbe sakamakon mota ta zo ɗaukan kaya, an ce ba za a yarda ba kuma za a fita ba. Ga shi na kuna gani wannan mota ta zo ga shi sun fara harbe yan sanda suna harbe ga shi nan kuna gani abin da ke faruwa.
That is the Nigeria we have to be very proud of. In Nigeria, where the militants are leaders too. The Nigeria they bequeath to us, like this one.
University.
Oh my God. You see that way the Asari said, that heart is like those colonial police arts. They can't put chain on the side. That same titled himself. That is the Nigeria that the likes of Yakubu Golos are living for us. Those of us with them born after genocidal war. That is the Nigeria they are living for us. The ones that they want us to be so proud. One Nigeria, big Nigeria. The people that got almost everything during their time. They have now left us with just a complete, total shit hole like this one.
This is our heavy flood. Lagos Road don't close. Flood don't cover everywhere for Lagos Road. This is our flood don't close. No road. Alright. Look now see the flood. Lagos Road already. Road closed. See flood. Lagos Road of Jabrata. Let they drainage, not really drill the road. Drill the erosions, all the stream. Nigerian government pay for where? I to share money on the sabi. Now, the water don't verse, all the issue don't verse. They don't come block the road. When I see people they pass. And Lagos Road with this so. Lagos Road. When I'm sorry. Now see flood. Look at see flood. When I see flood. Yes! Over there. Chief. Hey! Come on there. Chief. No, my brother. I'm not in food. Come on there. This is Lagos Road. That was that go carry motor. That was how you go. Go carry motor. You must go carry up. Na great. And he don't know how to swim. He don't know how to swim. He don't know how to swim. That place get drainage. That place get drainage. Una dey see am? Any other man pass my brother. Una dey see am? Una dey see am? Lagos Road already. Lagos Road already. Now they see how Lagos Road already. This is already.
That is our proud, united Nigeria. Or is it this one?
Guys, please, I want you to help me to tag Very Dark Man or Beast Loaded or any blogger with this video that I sent right now. As you can see, as we people are many here, these people come as empowerment, training, and provision of start-up grants to women in Kwara South. That's me there, yes, as you can see. I did not fear anybody. Look at me very well. You can't use me to do anything. Me, I will sell my home. If I will die now, Kinku. But you said you empower us. You came to empower us, and you use this laptop to deceive us. That you are going to give us laptop, and you not give us any laptop home. You just use the laptop to take picture with us and video, and you said that you give us laptop. People get bamio. They did not give us laptop. We guess as you are seeing me that one be laptop for anyone she be Kwara na lie. It was violated by Senator Yelola Isha Shiro. They later pack it at the end. If you look at the video, they pack it. Maybe they have contact with the Lenovo company. They later pack it at the end. As you can see them. They are packing it. So they not give us any laptop.
It really do what And then you look at us, this generation, they say we are ungrateful. The generation that you have given nothing. But they should be proud of the contraption like Nigeria. Let us be proud. Nigeria will be great one day. How? That is why this guy that was born in 1991, I've been told, his name is Iyin Aboyeji or something. One of those people hired online at the time to deceive young people that Bokohari was reforming Nigeria for their future. Only for the Olori Bruku now to appear again, working with Bosun. You know Bosun, that's a minister of AI in under Tinubu. Is now coming to tell us that Nigerians are very wasteful when it comes to electricity. Don't be waiting you get, you go waste. Nigerians are very wasteful. And that is why Tinubu's government is doing a reform and oh man. 1991, 2001, 2021, 2001, 2011. Sorry. Oh God. 91, 2001, 2011, 2021. So that's going to be like 30. He's possibly 33 years old. But listen to this mofo. Nigeria cannot generate 5,000 megawatt of electricity. In 2015, when APC Ebekebe took over from Goodluck Ebere Jolantan, Nigeria was generating over 9,000 megawatt of electricity and distributing at the time over 6,000 megawatt of electricity. APC Ebekebe said they would generate 10,000 every year. For 8 years, they were supposed to have generated 80,000 megawatt of electricity. Guess what? 9 years after, they are promising Nigerians that by next year, Nigeria will be generating 6,000 megawatts of electricity and distributing 5,000. Because now their national grid is now doing dakudaji, epileptic power supply, dakudaji. A 33-years-old man who worked, removed 8 years from his age. He was 25 years old. He was one of those what do you call it? All those computer guys, you know, who are doing coding, this, coding, that on Twitter. So he was one of those hired to launder the image of Bokohari then, when they are shouting change, 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 okay? That, the government of Bokohari is going to, 9 years after that, is being part of their government, okay? As a spokesperson. He's talking about Nigerians being wasteful. Don't be waiting you get, you go waste. This is sheer that.
Let's start like that. Absolutely. I have a rather unpopular view from most people, which is, you know, a lot of young people you ask this question will probably tell you they're not very optimistic, they're not very happy. And while I acknowledge there are lots of challenges, I have never been more optimistic about the future of this country than I am now.
Fantastic.
And perhaps it's because I'm an avid reader of history. I remember in 1971, again, I wasn't born then. I was born in 1991, maybe 20 years later. But from the history, you know, in 1971, the U.S. unpegged from the gold standard. And that was a very tumultuous time for the U.S., right? Because ultimately, you know, currencies need to float, things need to be priced in real time, and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, the U.S. economy was sort of weighted to the gold at that time.
Yes, yeah.
And had to be unhitched from that. And it was done by a very unpopular president that we know today as Nixon.
Yeah, the guy that was impeached.
It was impeached.
Yeah.
But if you look at America since 1971, you know, shortly after you had the internet come up, started in 1968, the internet became a real thing, sort of 20 years later. You looked at the rise of personal computers. I think Microsoft was established in 1975. You think about technological advancements since 1971 till today, right? And you see where it has taken the economy. You will realize that that was the single unlock for an extremely deflationary trend that meant that productivity ballooned. And today, the America of today versus the America of 1971 is far from the same. It's probably been the longest run of 50 years of prosperity. And that was just 50 years ago. I feel like we're in a 1971 moment in Nigeria.
Wow.
Two big shifts. First of all, our currency is cheaper. We're one of the cheapest currencies in the world for the first time. And a lot of young people may not understand the significance. But the truth is, prior to now, what we called prosperity was really just us, fueling incredible amounts of debt and cheating our children, right? Because we're living in an unsustainable economy, an economy where, 10 years ago or maybe more like 15 years ago, an entry-level employee of a bank could book a ticket to Paris. That is unsustainable, right? An economy where we weren't paying the full price of energy, right? And government was taking our oil wealth and subsidizing essentially consumption. Now we have created this we have built an economy, or we are rebuilding an economy on fundamentals. First of all, now our currency is cheap, which means our labor is actually more priced everywhere in the world, right? The minimum wage today is about $40, right? A month, right? Which means that there are a lot of jobs that our young people before would have considered not worth their time, that today, especially in the digital economy, are now finally worth their time.
Okay.
And I know a lot of smarter entrepreneurs will take advantage of it.
Well, it won't be 70,000 monthly.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. It would be more than that, right? But the idea is that's a benchmark.
Yeah.
And think about exports as well. Now our exports are some of the cheapest in the world. Now it actually makes sense to produce in Nigeria, even with the high cost of energy, because labor is fairly cheap, right?
That's true.
With energy costs, we are finally getting rid of a subsidy regime, which means Nigerians have been extremely wasteful when it comes to their energy usage.
I see why you said that your views may not be popular.
They are not popular. We're a wasteful country. People put on the lights. People drive SUVs like as if it's pure water.
The minister said this and he got into trouble.
Well, I'm not the minister. So I can say this very, very boldly. So we're a wasteful society, and now we are learning economics. And it's painful. Learning economics is not easy. I have now apps in my house that are turning off my lights. I'm watching it. I'm watching my bill per second on my phone, right? I'm thinking about changing my cars now because I can't afford the gas guzzling. It's too much on me. I'm looking at changing out my car.
You are a owner of a unicorn. Come on, stop talking like that.
If I spend all the money, of course, I won't have any more, and I'll be begging on the streets.
Of course.
So this is an opportunity for young people. Maybe for the old people who are set in their ways, that is the end. This signals the end of many empires, right? And I'm very happy about that. But this signals a new beginning for Nigeria's youth. And if they have nuisance,
do you see what this mofo is actually pushing? I'll give you an idea. It was comparing America's, sort of economy with what Nigeria is experiencing. When American government decided to, change from using gold to back up their nonsense, whatever he's saying there. Then it went on to talk about the wastefulness of the people. When somebody who is at the entry level of a bank, if you kind of get a job in a bank, the next thing you could buy a ticket to go on holiday to Paris. Number one, that is not true. To start with, that is actually not true. However, they love to push that kind of narratives, like subsidizing some major part of the economy by the government is wasteful. What is really wasteful is that the criminals who have successive governments, including this one, they have told you to cut costs here and there, but they haven't. Rather, they have announced increase in their salaries, allowances. They have been spending as if to say Nigeria is so rich, even though they are telling you Nigeria is so poor, that they have to take a subsidy of petroleum, take subsidy of education, take subsidy of electricity. Take a look at this image on your screen. And then the countries of the world of what they are paying on fuel, subsidize their fuel in these countries. Right? Even here in the UK, the government of the UK subsidize even food and so many other things. They subsidize gas, they subsidize petrol, they subsidize food. Because there's no country in the world, even the rich countries, that when you look at their economy, that they do not have subsidy for 1 or 2 or 3 things in their own economy. But in Nigeria, that guy who was among, his name is Iyin Aboyeji or something, right? He was one of those who at once in the past, they were training people on social media. Let us train you how to build an ecosystem, a payment social system, you know, all that stuff that ordinarily, if Nigeria was a real place, it would have ordinarily created a wealthy generation from that, okay? Let's say you have electricity. Nigerians have been asking for meter. No, you know, number one, they do not have electricity, right? Nigeria is a place where, when I was growing up, even up till now, a lot of us know that Nigeria is a place where they will generate electricity in the southern part of Nigeria, and then they will now transfer it to the northern part of Nigeria. Southern part of Nigeria, which is more productive when it comes to where they take most of their taxes. They're actually where they have most of the industries as well, right? The electricity there is rationed, just as it is in almost all places, okay? So they do not have meters. For wherever they even give you the electricity, you do not have any meter to read how much you are using. Because if you are allowed to have your meters, right, where you are not given electricity, so whichever one they are given, I mean, they give to you, you ended up having to pay for darkness. He knows that. 8 years of APC, under Bokohari, they added not a single megawatt of electricity to the national grid of Nigeria. To now say, okay, Nigeria is generating so much electricity, but people are so wasteful. They just turn on their light, turn on their this and that. They love to push that narrative. And then some of you will just be like, oh, it's true. It's true. What is true? When a whole country is generating less than 5,000 megawatt electricity, distributing less than 3,000 megawatt electricity, what is wasteful there? Possibly the most wasteful of them, or the people who are really wasteful, are your criminal politicians. The ones who told you to go and convert your car to CNG, but they are buying themselves the latest SUV with V8 engine that are guzzling petrol, guzzling fuel. But they are telling you that you are the ones who are living above your means. The inflation in the country has stifled people, stifled and killed businesses to start with, right? Now, they are blaming you for whatever however hard it is for you, okay, to pay for your own normal cost of living, right? They are blaming you for that. But the criminal politicians, they are ordering tens of thousands of new cars, including 2025 cars. Cars, maybe say some of you are just seeing in the catalog, catalogs and all that. For somebody like him, you won't know that is also part of the APC, a media propagandist, a young man. People like him, some of them have left Nigeria and they will run away because Nigeria has already killed their businesses, killed their dreams. All this digital IT, this and that they are building and training people for in Nigeria, it has become non-viable. Some of them have abandoned it and left Nigeria. But he is one of those that usually, that they usually kind of push forward. They get the government here. He is a friend to the Kaduna Little Finger. They organize what they call the Kadu Fest to deceive the people of Kaduna that they are teaching them how to build IT on this, IT on that. Let's build you an app for, let us build you this and that nonsense, right? Majority of them have abandoned it and they've left. In a country that cannot boast of 24 hours electricity, a young man, as a member of APC, Egbekegbe, went on TV to say, my opinion may not be popular, but you know what? Government has been subsidizing our lifestyle. You know, that is why whatever you are facing now, this is the real Nigeria now. Then he went on to go and talk about America. That whatever you are going through now, maybe in 50 years' time, okay, it will be better like America. But back then, Nixon was not busy, right, paying the highest, the highest salary to judges, increasing the salary of the judges, increasing the salaries of the politicians, or buying them latest cars, or buying himself a private jet, or building himself a new White House, and all of that, or renovating the White House in America with billions of dollars. No, he wasn't. Oh dear, he said more, right? And this is where you get to know who he is, when it comes to this APC. Listen to this one.
See is that people talk about Japa like it's a bad thing. I think it's the best thing that has happened to this country.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
We are losing doctors.
We can make
ICT,
more.
We are losing
We can make more. We can make more. Everybody should be incentivized to make more. Everybody should be going back into the universities and saying, those doctors I lost, how do I make more of them and send more out? Because there are a lot of young people who will not have jobs if these Japa people did not Japa.
Wow.
And there are many more young people waiting for more people to Japa so they can get jobs.
Wow.
So if we really care for everybody in this country and we're not just out for ourselves, we should be encouraging Japa.
For those who are able to do it.
Well, if you have talent in this world, everybody is looking for you because the global workforce is aging.
Yeah.
Right? And our workforce is just emerging and maturing. Furthermore, there are some people in a digital world who will Japa without leaving the country.
Yes. So technically they are not Japa.
They are not Japa, but they are Japa.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a two-tier economy in Nigeria, if you are telling the truth. There are those who earn in dollars and those who earn in naira. We refuse to acknowledge those who earn in dollars, but in many cases, they are the ones holding up our economy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you wonder why people have not taken to the streets and brought down the president like in other countries, it's because of those people who are in dollars, legitimately or illegitimately. So how do we organize that market instead of ignoring it and pretending it doesn't happen? How do we legitimize it? How do we make it work better for the country? How do we encourage more of that? Right? Because we're going to go through another efficiency boom with AI, with artificial intelligence. And what we've gone from outsourcing to remote work. From remote work, we're going to virtual work. And what virtual work is powered by AI. So how are we preparing for that world?
Okay, can you, for the benefit
I have a lot of admiration for this government because they've taken some tough, fundamentalist economic decisions.
Like which one?
Well, I think for me, even if all the administration has done is, make sure energy prices are what they are, right? That they are market driven. Make sure that our currency is floated so that our exports are less expensive, right? And essentially increase wages, stimulates the increase of wages. I think it should be even higher than 100,000 in order to encourage employers to be more productive. Right? And then ultimately, I wish they would focus on education. That's my only issue.
And I agree.
That's my only issue with them. But I think they've done these three things. I think it's enough. Now, I think we now need to start to build, rebuild our intellectual base to confront the challenges that these economic shifts. The problem with the Nigerian economy for a very long time is that our leaders stole us blind, right? Not necessarily by grabbing money, right? But by bribing all of us. Cheap fuel. Yeah. Cheap fuel, cheap dollar, right?
And even money
and cheap imports. Right? The vote, this is the thing, right? The people they bribe to stay home are more important than the people they bribe to vote.
Very correct.
They bribe the middle class to stay home with cheap dollar, with cheap imports, with cheap energy.
They made them complacent.
Made them complacent. Now we are facing reality. We need new ideas. We need innovation.
Big time stupid person, right? That's how they talk. Somebody said he is so self-unaware. I said, no, it's all intentional. It is to make it look like, and they are saying it right now. They are telling themselves that this is the true value of the naira. This is the true cost of things. This is what things should have been. They said when you are buying a bag of rice for 7,500 naira before APC, then you started buying it for 35,000 naira, 30,000 naira under Bokohari. Now that you are buying it for 90,000, 100,000, 120,000 naira, this is the real price. They said back then they were subsidizing it for you. God damn it, man. Anyway, I think I will leave it at that, because if I can spend another maybe half an hour just like, and it will just be like, my ego, calm down. It's okay. We understand. It's a bunch. I mean, it's one of the losers out there who can indeed sound intelligent in a contraption like that of Nigeria. You always have them. As you have the young ones, you have the old ones. They all do the same thing. Blame you and not the criminals who can award, who can go on and then subsidize you. When they talk about subsidizing dollar forex subsidy, who are those? They are subsidizing themselves and their friends, not you and me. The dollar subsidy is not even going to the real business people. The people that go on to go and import what you buy in Nigeria, they don't get the dollar subsidy. Okay? It's all for them. Yeah. When you see those that are being subsidized for real, it is themselves they are subsidizing. The criminal politicians, their friends, not you. You only have to pay for it. They go out there to go and borrow money. And when they borrow money and they are given these ridiculous conditions, like go and devalue your currency, they go on and do it. Then they blame you. They blame you that you're always the ones who want to use imported stuff. But what do you concern you with imported stuff? You need toothpaste, you need the baby soap, you need the food, you need all this stuff, right? It is the government's responsibility to what? To empower the local production. Not be so. But when the policies of government continue to stifle the local producers, local manufacturers, and they continue to promote their friends, who are pretty much like, I mean, a lot of them, if you go to any government house in Nigeria, most of what they use there are imported stuff. But they blame you. They just want to quickly go to the market, buy vegetable, buy pepper, buy onion, buy this and that. But because the fuel that you are going to, I mean, the transporters are going to use to transport those things to the market, it's imported. You have to pay for that, but they blame you. The criminal politicians who make it impossible for your refineries to work, they blame you. It's crazy, man. It is. And that is why when I saw a video of Makinde Ibadan, one of the G-string governors with the weakest men, speaking to some people, and he was telling them that they must do everything to make sure that Nigeria does not become a one-party state. You destroyed your own party. But if Tinubu to be president, one of you, your leader, the G-string leader, with a wiki, is still everywhere, bragging that PDP will be like dead as they should be. And you are all there doing the same bidding, the bidding of this with a wiki. Then you turn around and say you want to be president in 2027, but you will say it, at your own time. But people must make sure that Nigeria does not become a one-party state. How will it not be a one-party state? Listen to Makinde Ibadan.
What has it done before? Has it been a councillor? No. Has it been to the State House of Assembly? No. Has it been to House of Reps? No. How about Senate? I tried twice. I was rejected. So, no experience in politics, no experience in governance. but I've done well for myself in business. And they said, look, we'll give you the opportunity. And before that time, the entire Southwest was APC. Entire Southwest. All the 6 states. But your state said, no, we dare to be different. And because I didn't have no experience, I wanted to convince the people. So we produced a document, roadmap for accelerated development of Oyo State, 2019 to 2023. And I said to the people, look, this is in black and white. Hold me accountable to this. And they gave us the opportunity. And just like my sister said, we saw it as a lifetime opportunity to change the narrative. In Nigeria, we have the talent, we have the intellect. I was having an argument, and this is just off the cuff. I was having
off my screen. Anyway, so yeah, he's told people that they shouldn't be pushing that he wants to be president. Yeah, he will want to be president of Nigeria in 2027. However, he will say it at his own time. Meanwhile, his own man, Werey, was back in Rivers State, Port Harcourt, today. And as usual, right, I've got these tidbits of what he had to say there, okay? And he was all over the place. Atiku collected, PDP collected, Damagon collected, almost everybody collected in his hand. They said, Atiku said, Rivers people have rejected me. No, you are the one that has been rejected by Nigerians many, many times. Go back home. Local government election is not election. Wait till 2027 general election, you will see, referring to Fubara and his victory at the local government level. But he also had the Omar Wile, the 27 House of Assembly, former House of Assembly guys, or I don't know, with him. From Rivers State this afternoon, with a weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Do we pick from? I hear Atiku Abubakar said, oh, that they have rejected me in Rivers State. Okay. Assuming they're not conceding, he has lost so many times. Nigerians have also rejected him. If you say, for election, we did not contest. For election, we never participated. That shows Nigerians have rejected us. It's okay. You that contested and failed woefully, Nigerians have done what? Rejected you. Therefore, pack and go home. Are they walking? It will never walk. So people should understand that we must preach for Nigeria to get to where we want to. And Mr. President is doing well today. You see, my anger with most people, when I see people, they talk today, the president's not doing well. In the night, the way I see president, sir, I can tell you, forget that I'm talking there, they are doing well. Look, I was governor. All of you know. APC people you know, Magnus you know. Fitagado you know. These people know. I never went to see a president one day. Go ask Fabio. In 2019 he was here. He told me, in government house, we want you to support us. I said, I will not support. I won't do it. And I never did it. I will never do it. And that's what these young men stand for. Everything must not be money in life. Integrity is important. People must know what you stand for, whom you are. And that's what we did in Rivers State. Do we pick from? No. I hear Atiku Abubakar said, oh, that they have rejected me in Rivers State. Okay. Assuming.
That's replaying itself. He said more. And I think I should have just matched them like usual. But listen to this. Where he said some of the people who actually speak out loud in the public, they're sneaking into Tinubu's bedroom to go and beg him for money or for appointments. They said that the Damagon guy is the one supporting him. No, he never supported him. He supported Atiku and other rants. I just thought I should add that too, right? Listen.
They said Damagun should go. I'm not a friend of Damagun. Damagun never supported me. It's correct? It's correct? Yes. Damagun never supported me. Do you understand what I'm saying? He never supported me. But see, the truth must be told at all times. We agreed that Damagun should complete the tenure of Ayu. We agreed. But let me tell you why you should be careful in trusting people. Those of them who sat with us that agreed on that, I saw something and I said, listen, hey, this man, like, you can't trust him. And then it's better go and seek for interpretation of the constitution of PDP. And it came out to be true. Why? They want to present themselves to be president or vice president. So the matter went to court since July. And in that meeting, the former national legal advisor that was suspended, the senior advocate of Nadazwa Atoro CJ here, sir, you are reading, you are watching, you're looking at the social media. This thing. I want you to take this home to the body of senior advocates. In the meeting where we agreed that we should go and seek for the interpretation of the constitution of the PDP. The 2015 constitution was not the same as 2017. As for 2015, you shift blame to other people. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. You have seen APC, you have seen PDP, which is the Rainbow Coalition. What will happen in this state in 20, I don't know whether they will stay or they will not stay, but what will happen in this state? Local government election is not general election. See, monkey. You think he will allow you to carry results sheets to go to government house and then announce without scores? Shame. Shame. You should ask you together what happened. Who will allow you in general election? It's not going to be possible. So don't make that kind of mistake. We never contested local government election.
There is more, but I'm just going to leave it at that. So a few days back, Dele Momodu was on Arise News. He also had this to say concerning the state of depression that Werey is suffering from and why. And why PDP allowed this to last this long. Wike is going through a lot. And the only thing he's clinging on to right now is the fact that he is a minister of Tinubu. If that should drop, Werey if he die after that. Now he said he allowed Fubara to carry the election results, go government house to announce local government chairman. We saw what happened. No, you didn't. You didn't allow anything. You just got played. Daily Momodu.
Trust me, the governors have been extremely patient. For obvious reasons. I shoot straight. The crux of the matter has been that one of their former colleagues, now a minister in FCT, who now is working for the APC in government, they've been trying to manage him. He was a very, very powerful, very influential member of their caucus. So you must understand and appreciate why they couldn't just come into the matter. For whatever you say about Iyin Wike, it's been good to a lot of them. It's been very generous to everybody. And so because of that, people don't want to offend him in the party. He has also been good to the party, but I think the party has done so much for him. They say to whom much is given, much is expected. So that is why I believe the governors were very reluctant to get involved. What were the issues? The first issue was that he lost the primary in 2022 to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president. And since then, it seems he's not been able to get over such disappointment because he was so sure that he was going to get the ticket and he was going to be the next president of Nigeria. So he was pained. That's natural. Anyone who has ever lost anything in life would always feel very bad. So you can't hold him for that. But we expected that as months climbed over months, that he would get over it, but he never got over it. Then the final situation came from the most unlikely of places, Rivers State, where he left as governor and he was able to install a successor, the man we all call Sim Fubara. Nobody expected the godfather and the godson to have any issues whatsoever. But maybe after the governor had bottled up some, he could no longer take it. Then he exploded, and then, like we say, decided to burst. But I thought if I was in the shoes of Minister Iyin Wike, the moment the president, and we must give credit to President Tinubu for once, he intervened positively by inviting the two parties. And he advised them, I wouldn't want to use the word instructed them, because they're adults. He advised them to go back to the status quo and maintain status quo. While the governor, in fact, a lot of people disagree with the governor, that why did you sign such an agreement? I expected Minister Iyin Wike to use that excuse to run away from complete and total demystification. I said it long ago that if I had the power, I would have fired Wike since. If I had the power, but I don't have the power. I'm just one man within the party. You know, because the embarrassment to our party is unprecedented. Oh, I made a PDP. Oh, I was the one funding PDP. Look, this evening, before starting this interview, I was talking to people in the studio. I said, do you know I was a member of Leaders and Company from day one in 1992, that the first two vehicles, Nduka bought, Nduka Bagbena, he gave me one of it. I started Arise. We were talking with Ruben Abati, with Wale Olale and all of us from their Papa studio. When I arrived there, I said, so is it possible for me to now wake up and tell Nduka Bagbena that because of my contributions to your organization, I am now in charge? That's what is happening in PDP. We all benefited from working for those institutions, This Day and Arise. We benefited from it. It gave us to a lot of exposure, a lot of contact. That is what Wike has done. Wike is saying, I did this for PDP, but PDP did much more for every one of them. I don't know anybody luckier than Wike in politics today, apart from the president. So I don't know of anybody. He has been chairman of a local government. He became chief of staff. He became minister of state education. He became governor for 8 years. Now you are a very powerful minister of the Federal Capital Territory. What more can a man ask for? Right. Your wife is now a judge of the appeal court. Please, what more? You have beautiful children. You have a beautiful family. Why don't you just sit with them and enjoy life with them instead of all this hocus pocus?
No. He's not going to let go. Wike never worked a real job in his life. This is his life. This is his life. If you take it away from him, it will become redundant, useless. And that's why I said, if tomorrow Kalu decided to relieve with a Wike, he will either run mad or he's just going to die. People will just be like, Wike is dead, dude. What happened? Hypertension kill him. He's got no other means of, he's got no other skill. He's supposed to be a lawyer, okay? And he has used the corrupt system in Nigeria, right, to advance his political career as well as the career of his wife. Yeah. So this is what he knows. Anything outside this is going to be useless. That's why you see him today. People are sharing his picture of what is wrong with him. Why is he so shrinking? Why is he losing this as a, you have no idea. He's fighting a lot of battle within that he just have to remain in public space. If they relieve him of any of those positions now, he will die in 6 months, max. Go and mark it down. So that is why he's talking about 2027, because they will do everything and everything that is possible to get himself back into political relevance, especially in River States. He needs the money from Abuja to do that. So now he's already told all of you that if you are earning between 1.5 million and if you are earning from 1.5 million naira and above, you have to pay 25% of that as tax. He has no idea what he's talking about, but he will codify it. They will work it out, and eventually they will come after those of you. How many people say they collect 1.5 million naira? How many? Anyway, I'll leave that. We'll leave that. So as we are rounding up this evening, right? I showed you this video earlier. It's from Kaduna. They are doing local government election today. And the same Kaduna that they had to rig Ubasani into just last year, where Littlefinger lost. Presidential election was lost in Kaduna. He couldn't convince people to support APC in Kaduna. Kaduna Littlefinger, held fire. He rigged this Ubasani. I mean, I don't know if you all remember that they didn't announce the governorship result of Kaduna. Same time they announced the result of others. It took them about a week or so before they finally announced the result that says APC won Kaduna. They've done local government election today, where people have already rejected them like openly. You saw that video earlier. That's Kaduna. People were saying that they don't want APC, they don't want APC. Okay, I'll show you again. Well, last. Kaduna State Independent Electoral Commission. They announced that APC cleared all the councillorship seats, all of the 23 local government areas in Kaduna. When Fubara did his own, it was considered as one of the peaceful local government selection ever. But here is what it looked like in Kaduna today. Again.
APC now, and come into the result sheets, sun riga sun daddana yayin an tafi da shi a motar 'yan sanda a gurin abin zaɓe apc sun ga faduwa sun fara cutuwa yaron mai tije ne ya zo aka gan shi da result sheet ɗanada
abin da ke faruwa yanzu haka a sikom abin da ke faruwa yanzu haka kenan a sikom ana harbe sakamakon mota ta zo ɗaukan kaya an ce ba za a yarda ba kuma za a fita ba ga shi na kuna gani wannan mota ta zo ga shi yan sun fara harbe yan sanda suna harbe ga shi nan kuna gani abin da ke faruwa
So Bamayi means we don't want you, APC. But last, here is the election results by the supposed returning officer, electoral returning officer.
The electoral officers and internal officers have filed their reports, and at the end of the exercise, 23 won chairmanship position and 255 won councillorship position. The 23 local government returning officers and 255 ward returning officers have declared the results in their respective constituency and submitted their results in accordance with the law alongside the electoral officers. By the power vested on the commission, I hereby wish to confirm the result earlier collected and returned by the returning officers. I'm confirming these results as follows. APC won the 23 local government chairmanship position and the 255 ward councillorship position across the state. Thank you so much for your time.
Is it not haram, Ajia? Is it not haram to lie and cheat? Did Al-Quran allow you to lie and cheat? I'm just asking. Okay. It is not haram. Emma Torai. Yeah? It's like this pastor. I mean, I think they're Catholic, I've been Anglican or something. I don't know, so that they speak in tongue in that place. And I know that Nigeria can actually make you begin to get touch. You know, situation in Nigeria is that if they explain Nigeria to you and you are not mad, crazy, they don't explain them well. This is a pastor, or this is a bishop. No, I've been a cardinal, you know. What do you call the people inside Anglican? Because I don't think they speak in tongue. What did it? What is bishop to speak in tongue? You don't see bishop where they speak in tongue. No, all because situation don't enter head. It's in River State, where this supposed Reverend Father Niabi, Reverend Father the Bishop, with the speaking tongue when he was addressing the judges for how corrupt they are. Like that.
Because you can't do me anything. Your charm will not work. I belong to any court, not my business. I stand on the rock, I can never roll. His power is imperial power. His power is the total power. His power is the ultimate power. So no witch, no wizard, no demon, no incantation, no invocation, no enchantment against me will stand. And that's why every child of God, whether you belong to Oguni or Freemasonry or whatever, and that's how when your members come to your court, you will turn judgment upside down because they belong in the same place with you. God will arise and judge when the time comes. Hey, Masukata, Lipra Osokopoli and Dalagadosha, Lipakata Yagados, Improkoto, Satu Inkata Yagados. He will judge. You cannot go scot-free. If you like believe in God, don't believe in God. The word of God is the word of God.
It cannot be changed by anybody.
Le suit Allah, la kaka. Oh my, I don't know. They said that thing is it is a craft that you need to master very well. But others believe that it is Holy Spirit that will just twist your tongue. I don't know if the Holy Spirit today Catholic or being Anglican or something, you know, or maybe it's just a guest in the church or something. I don't know. Le suit Allah. I don't know the meaning, but I shall know say it's something to do with God will judge you. You, the judges that are miscarrying justice and all that. Le suit Allah, la kaka, like kaka, something like that. Nigeria. Why you and werey? What is your werey? Before you even realize it, that come out that way, I don't see you. It is that country. When you look at some certain things like this, you will check it. How come this is possible? Les sous Allah. Say, Clewisa. Say, no. Sorry, I'm just speaking. I'm just like thinking aloud. La kaka. Say, sir, you said? Say, no, it's okay. Sorry. I'm just thinking aloud. Say, what's happened? Is this real? Yes, it's real, sir. Nigeria. I am werey before you even realize it. You know? And then no matter what, the people will always love their oppressors differently. This was Fauleshe with the people of Ekiti. Yeah, the same people that voted for Tinubu on credit. I have never seen anything like that in my life. I've been trying to understand it, but I still really couldn't really put it together. People voted for Tinubu on credit. Madam Are. It was Ijebu called Madam Are. I will see you later. I don't know if today they have been seen, by the way. I saw this. Cannot be helped. For the record, Fauleshe is currently in court for stealing 6.8 billion naira when he was the governor of Ekiti. The EFCC case has been going on for like forever, like almost 10 years now. It has not had the head or tail, but look at them. Baba to jeto for much. Oshoko male, Oshoko. That's it. You can't help them. Unfortunately, it's loved. See, my people love me. Did you see that video of my people on social media? They love me. Look at them. They are shouting, Oshoko, Oshoko. It's only my political enemies that are calling me thieves. They are calling me thief. I don't steal money from anybody. Did I steal money from you? Is it because EFCC said I stole 6 billion? That, God damn it, man. It is what it is. You know, you cannot help them. Nigerians love their thieves differently. And if you disagree, you are the enemy. Shut up your mouth. What are you talking about? Do you know how many lives is changed? Do you know how many lives is touched? Do you know the people that, if not because of Bush, say, he stole 6.8 billion naira of your money. Are you there? Are you there? Did we tell you that he stole our money? Is it your money? Is it your money? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Go and face your own. I say, okay, ma. Sorry, ma. Because I've seen people who have made videos defending Yeye Bello. What is your problem with Yeye Bello? Leave him alone. White lion. He changed our life. Do you know how many people he helped? Do you know how he made Kogi State? Kogi State is I say, where do you want to start from? Let us go and rescue our people. From where? Where are you going to start from? That is why they said that when you decide that you want to fight for the people, don't use two hands. Use one hand. Here you get now, when you are using one hand to fight for them. You see this one, you could use that to guide yourself. Because go up everything. They go, they stab you. Who send you? Did we send you? Who sent you to fight for us? You could use this one to guide yourself. Guide yourself. By the time you check yourself, you'll be bleeding from behind. Guess those who are going to be stabbing you. People you think you are fighting for now, where they fight for Nigerians. I tell you. That's why I told you many times that don't come to Mayegun's diary political and say, Mayegun, you are a human rights fighter. Yeah, I've been wearing shit with you, a human rights fighter. I'm fighting for myself. That's why I'm using my own voice and my platform to speak out when I can. If you know if you fight for yourself, go lost next door. I want to help. I want baba. Here you get go to the next door where they do human rights fighter. Me fight for people where say they love their oppressors in such a way that you can't even imagine it. But fighting for human, they fight for humans. Now Nigerians, you won't come to fight for. I'll be on deceive, Ish. And finally, just so we remember, we remind ourselves, okay, and remember this. When Kolu once said on top electricity generation, remember this.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity. And you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth. Unless I give you adequate reasons why I couldn't deliver, whichever way.
Call you. Anyway, let's go to bed. So thank you so much, everyone, okay, for your time. I won't be taking calls this evening, but tomorrow will be another day. Hopefully, we can have a Sunday sermon tomorrow. And if we don't have Sunday sermon, you shall meet me here tomorrow evening with more loaded Sunday sermon. So thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take it easy if you can. If your friends know they cook and your enemies they cook, I will advise that chop them, because you need that strength for us to meet again tomorrow, until you will go after those who have taken food out of your mouth. Yeah, those who have decided to subject your children, your children's children, to a generational poverty through the economy that they lie to you, economy that is pretty much for themselves, but lie to you that is a reform that will last for 15 years. You accept them. You accept nonsense. I'll leave you to it. Okay? Thank you so much, and I'll see you again. Good night.
làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.